What is up, guys? The title of this video is Black People Need to Disappear. So yeah, let's check it out, guys, and let's see what's going on.
You say I'm scared of black people. Newsflash, you illiterate troglodyte. Everybody is.
Today is a huge day for unemployed people like myself. The reason why I'm saying this is because I'm dropping 2 videos, and then the second one that's coming out in a few hours. So there was a video by a smaller channel that got recommended to me. Let me see if I could find it, because I don't want to steal someone's video without crediting them. I'm not that evil, okay? I am a little evil, right? But not too much. So these 2 videos got recommended to me, and don't worry, guys, this is not going to be a super long reaction video. I'm actually gonna, make a video for once. I'm not gonna be lazy. So when I saw that title, I was like, ain't no way, this has to be bait, satire. No, it is a genuine video. So this is the channel. I mean, just look at how base that banner is. That's literally me when someone says, oh, I love The Weeknd. And I'm like, okay, what song do you like? Is it Out of Time? Is it Love in the Sky? Is it Kissland even? Is it The Party and the After Party? And they're like, oh no, it's Blinding Lights and Save Your Tears. I'm like, well, you're not a real fan. So death to all the posters. I'm gonna start saying this one. Enough of me making fun of this guy's banner. Now it's time to make fun of his content. So as you guys could see, this is a channel that's pretty much, everything is woke. Woke shit. Woke trash. Everything is woke. This guy sees a black person walking down the street with his family. That's woke. This is potentially one of my favorite thumbnails ever. This channel is insane. People have ruined the word woke. Woke used to mean something, god damn it, until people started overusing it for everything. Oh, my coffee's a little more black than usual. Has my coffee shop gone woke? I'm not a big comic book guy, never really been. Prefer the movies because I'm a normie. So I'm not an expert, and you don't have to be an expert to, get the cringe that you're about to feel in a few seconds. Everything started because he made this video called Absolute Batman, which is a new comic, the worst Batman ever. It's a different take, something completely different to what we know of, just something way different, and this guy wasn't rocking with it. And this might be Sensitive Society, aka Oscar, going woke.
So DC has decided to reinvent Batman in the brand new series, Absolute Batman. Many people are saying it's amazing, it's a breath of fresh air.
This shit is gas, man.
Wrong.
This shit is gas. Like, is this what DC meant when they said DC all in?
I'm kind of retarded.
I'm here to tell you if that's the truth. Spoiler alert, it's not at all. It's literally one of the worst takes on Batman ever. Quick disclaimer before I start. This isn't some rage bait video. I'm not lying to get your attention. I'm telling you my opinion, which I believe is the truth.
You know how some people make videos that are bait? They just pretend to be mad for money or views or relevance or whatever. You should just not say this. Because then you would have an excuse later on to be like, oh, I was just trolling, guys. It was just a social experiment. It was a prank. Look at the camera. It's right there. But with this, there's no walking this back or coming back from this. Whatever he says, he's dead ass.
I know it's a different take on the character, but what this does ruins the character entirely. So this comic strives to reinvent the world of Batman in every way possible. What if a bodybuilder engineer dude became Batman? Yeah, that's not badass. I'm sorry. I don't find that badass. I don't find that different, unique, entertaining.
I mean, as someone who's not into comics at all, I don't know, man. It sounds kind of cool.
There's people all across the internet saying that this comic is badass. It's awesome. This comic literally reads like those edgy 90s comics that every single person makes fun of. It's like a 12-year-old's fan fiction of Batman. This comic has everything. It has horrible, edgy dialogue.
I hate this effing town. This guy's being like, this shit's so edgy. Bro, have you seen your
That's edgy. Okay.
channel? You gotta have a little bit of self-awareness.
It has some pretty gay character design.
How is this gay? Like, I don't get it, because he has nice hair, a nice bone structure. Like, what's the point of this? Oh yeah, he's gay because he looks good. Really interesting video so far. They got these gay ass designs.
Wait.
And if you can believe it, they managed to race swap another redhead from comic books. They managed to jump in there and turn them black. So after reading
The way he said it.
jump in there and turn them black.
They managed to turn him black. Don't totally disagree with this take. I think there's definitely something going on in Hollywood where, you know, all the gingers are turning black. Okay, for a second, it felt like I was talking like Alex Jones. They're making the frogs gay, okay? The frogs are gay. No, I mean, but this is the thing that's been, you know, real, and it's been going on for the last few years. You know, the first one that comes to mind is Ariel from My Little Mermaid or something like that. When in the movie, the Disney version, they made her black when she's a redhead in the comics. Another one that comes to mind is Velma, you know, originally ginger.
I don't think it's just redheads, right? Sorry to pause in the middle when he's talking, but I don't think it's just redheads. It's just characters in general that are just race swapping them. So if that's what he has a problem with, like, I don't know what he's about to say. That he's about to say they changed Batman black, or I guess certain characters. And yeah, I would agree with him in that sense, because I don't know what's going on in Hollywood, like he says, but they're taking certain characters and just making them black. Like, what's the recent one with the new Harry Potter thing on HBO? Apparently, one of the teachers, I forget his name, but one of the teachers that teacher's going to be black, when in the book and in the original movie, he's white. And again, it looks good, right? I guess on the surface, right, it looks okay to turn these characters black, but what's the point? Just make good black characters. Like, again, as someone as a black person speaking on this, if they turned Batman black or Spider-Man or any of these other characters, right, I'd be like, what the hell? Why? I mean, R.I.P. Chadwick Boseman, but when they made Black Panther, he was a successful black character. That's how you do it, right? The second movie was trash. I'm sorry, but the first one with Chadwick Boseman was amazing. That's how you do it. It's not that hard, but they just want to race swap everything, and it just seems like you're pandering to people, and it's only really a small group of people that actually eat it up and actually like it. What I've realized, like, if you really come off the internet and ask people, most people just think there's no point in it. But, and it's not because they're, you know, I'm not going to get into it. We're going to continue the video, but you guys know what I'm saying. I'm not going to go on a big rant.
Her red hair, they switch her to black Indian. And that's just two examples. I'm forgetting a lot. He's not totally wrong about that going on in Hollywood. But I don't know, man. This, along with the first clip we put at the start.
When you say I'm scared of black people, newsflash, you illiterate troglodyte. Everybody is. They managed to jump in there and turn them black.
And just the way he said it, like...
I rely on Grammarly heavily in my day-to-day.
Gay character designs, and if you can believe it, they managed to race swap another redhead from comic books. They managed to jump in there and turn them black.
I refuse to believe there's people out here that exist who act like this.
Who, in their right mind, greenlit Alfred's look. What is the haircut? What is the beard? Why is he an MI6 mercenary with like grenade launchers and sniper rifles? This is straight up cringe.
For the billionth time, I don't know anything about comics, and all I know is Alfred being like 120 years old. But once again, this is another take. If you don't like it, go back to the classics, dude. Yeah,
what's wrong with that? That's no problem. Literally, I prefer for them to make Alfred a little bit younger and more of a trained one. I don't know if you guys have watched Gotham, right? The series where it basically shows Batman when he's a kid. If you look at Alfred in that one, he's a little bit younger, obviously, because Batman's younger, but he's like a mercenary. He fights, he can actually fight. He's not just some old man holding coffee and stuff like that. So I actually prefer that. I don't think there's too much of a big problem with that. If you're a Batman fan, let me know in the comments what you feel, or how you feel about that, but I don't think that's much of a problem, personally.
Yeah, man, this is a different take on a character that's been around for 100 years. It's just for a different crowd, and you clearly don't belong there, and that's fine. You have all the other shit. And I thought that was as bad as it was gonna get, but brother just keeps talking, and the more he talks, the worse it gets.
What do you think when I say Bruce Wayne? You think the suave, charming rich guy, which in Batman Year One was originally based off of Gregory Peck, but now in this comic, they're going for something a little different. Let's just take a little glance at what they thought Bruce Wayne was. So this is the page where Bruce Wayne is first introduced. We see him hitting a bag. He looks exactly like Bruce Wayne has for the last like 100 years, saying some badass Batman stuff. No fear, no pain. And then out of nowhere, this big hulking transgender comes up behind him and is like, hey bro, I think it's my turn now, and just starts blowing the punching bag across the room with his big fat arms.
What does that have to do with being transgender? Just because he looks a bit more feminine, but it's the hair? Like, what are we doing here? Like, yeah, I mean, this is clearly exaggerated, and that's not the Bruce Wayne Batman we all know. You know, I don't want to sound like a broken record, but it's a whole different take. In my opinion, he doesn't look like...
I don't know. I kind of agree with the guy in this video. I don't think you need to make Bruce Wayne look like all that. I don't know. I kind of agree with the guy there. As a Batman fan, I think it's the comics. I don't really care too much. I don't read the comics. I've never read the comics. I've only watched the movies, but I don't know. I kind of agree with the guy there. I don't know if I'd say he looks I guess he was making a joke because he kind of looks. I don't know. I don't know about the joke, but I kind of agree with him on that point. I can't
Like
lie.
a transgender.
Now, the character design going on here, he has the haircut of some fat, emo, transgender kid. And that is Bruce Wayne. I'm not joking. That is Batman. Then we actually start getting into the backstory of Bruce Wayne. His parents weren't killed coming down that alleyway and they got mugged. No, instead, he's at a zoo with his dad or something, and his dad gets shot. And the idea for Batman comes from the fact that he's in a zoo and he goes into some bat-like exhibit. I really don't know what's going on here. I don't know what was being smoked in the writer's room, but
I have no idea what was smoked when you were filming this video. This guy is giving me Redditor vibes. Hardcore Redditor. Like, this guy moderates the Batman subreddit and all the DC related subreddits. And if there's even one change to Batman, this guy won't have it. He's gonna wiggle his finger and be like, technically, it's not like this, guys.
I was shocked reading it. He's walking around like an emo kid, brooding. I don't know what's going on with Batman these last few years, but people need to learn that his hair doesn't come down over his eyes. He doesn't listen to Nirvana, and he's not gay.
I don't know what's wrong with this guy. This is the kind of kid that I would be kind of scared to sit next to in class. I would be afraid of two things. Either A, he's gonna bite me for no reason and then bark, or B, he's going to sniff glue and then eat it, and I'm gonna be sitting next to him. This guy just gives me weird energy, weird vibes.
That's when we get the glimpse of the best part of the entire story. Barbara Gordon. She peeks her head in just one panel, I'm pretty sure, and she's black. She is black. They did it again. Another redhead character just changed to black.
Hollywood is definitely overdoing it, and I don't know why it's going on. Well, they're replacing them as black, but it's definitely a trend. The more I go outside and I interact with people, it's like, sure, it's kind of annoying, but it's like, who cares? Like, it's not worth making an 8-minute video about it crashing out. At least that's how I feel nowadays. This guy is the CEO of Being Based, and no one can tell me otherwise. I want this guy for president in 2058. Now, like I said, I don't really read comics, so I don't really give a fuck about the changes and shit. Bro, you're not doing yourself any favors here. But yeah, that's essentially it. I don't want to...
Yeah, I don't know. I can see why he's getting annoyed. I feel like because this guy making this video doesn't read comics, maybe that's why he's not as annoyed. I don't read comics that much either, but I can understand why he's a bit annoyed there. I don't think that's a bad video in a sense. I don't think it's, because many people make videos like that criticizing franchises. I don't think it's a bad thing. I don't think he really said anything that bad. Realistically, I don't think so. Yeah, Batman fans, let me know. I'm out. Peace.